Virgil Hunter needs to get the credit that he deserves, man. He has been getting a lot of criticism over the past year or so for his fighters losing. People like Amir Khan, Andre Berto, so on and so forth, even Andre Fonfara recently. But a trainer is constrained by the level of talent that he has in front of him in the form of the fighter. Trainers can't turn water into wine. You can't turn Paulie Malignaggi into a knockout puncher no matter how good a trainer you are. You are constrained. You are restricted by the level of talent that you're dealing with. Now, some fighters are so naturally gifted in terms of athleticism, punching power, hand speed, like a Roy Jones, for example, in his prime, that pretty much anybody could have trained him and he would have been successful because he wasn't really getting by on technical ability. He was getting by on pure athleticism. When his athleticism started to fade later on in his career, the holes in his game technically started to become apparent and started to be exploited by his opponents. Andre Ward is not like that. Andre Ward, as Virgil Hunter's flagship fighter, is not a guy that relies on athleticism, not a guy that relies primarily on speed, not a guy that relies on punching power. He's a guy that relies on technique, tactics, and skill. Yes, he has a certain degree of athleticism and speed and whatnot, you know, good balance, etc. But a lot of what Andre Ward does, if not the most of it, if not most of it, has been taught to him by Virgil Hunter. Virgil Hunter has had Andre Ward since he was an amateur, I believe. And if you look at Virgil Hunter fighters like Amir Khan and even Andre Fonfara recently, you look at their technique. It changes under Virgil Hunter and they start doing things that you see Andre Ward doing. Now, I say very often in my videos that there is no one-size-fits-all trainer, that trainers cannot train every single fighter the same way because it's just not going to work. So maybe Virgil Hunter could be, like a lot of other trainers are, like Adam Booth, etc., a little guilty of having a one-size-fits-all method of training people. But that don't make him a bad trainer. It just means he's not suited to certain fighters. In order for Virgil Hunter to be successful with any particular fighter, he needs that fighter to have certain aptitudes. Andre Ward really is his, like I say, flagship fighter. That's what Virgil Hunter can do if he's given the right talent. That's the level of technique that he can teach a fighter. What Andre Ward has. That's the level of strategy that he can have a fighter go into a fight with. So Virgil Hunter needs to get his props. Andre Ward was much better in the rematch for Sergey Kovalev than he was in the first fight. Give Hunter his props. Yeah, you want to cuss him and call him rubbish when one of his fighters loses. But when one of his fighters wins and wins well, silence. You can't do that. If you're going to criticize him for his failures, you also have to praise him for his successes. It's a two-way street. You can't have one without the other. So big up Virgil Hunter. Did a great job with Andre Ward, training him for the rematch with Kovalev. He said that he trained Ward for the knockout. He wasn't joking. He clearly had trained Ward for the knockout. Ward went for it in this fight. Even before the 8th round, you could tell he was going to try and hurt Kovalev in this fight. He was really planting his feet and making a concerted effort. Sit down on his shots and see if he could get Kovalev out of there. And he did. So Virgil Hunter was a man of his word. His fighter was a man of his word. They did what they claimed they were going to do. It wasn't hype. It wasn't none of that. They were serious. Surprised me. I didn't see Ward stopping Kovalev. That's exactly what he did. So, yeah, hats off to Team Ward for believing in themselves, knowing what they could do strategically, and going out there and executing. Drop your comments in the comment section below. Let me know how you feel about everything I talked about in this video.